Let me ask you something. If you die tonight, would your family inherit a legacy or a bill? Because the truth is, most Americans are one unexpected moment away from leaving their loved ones in financial chaos. And it doesn't have to be that way. Welcome back to Banking for Legacy podcast. I'm your host, Nelson Pizarro. I teach families and business owners take control of their financial needs, stop giving away interest, and build generational wealth through the infinite banking concept. Make sure you read Becoming Your Own Banker by Nelson Nash. It's a foundation of everything I teach. Today we're diving into a topic that every single person listening needs to hear. Why we should all have life insurance and why waiting is the biggest financial mistake people make. Let's get into it. Here's a problem. Most Americans don't have life insurance. Here's a crazy part. More than half of Americans do not have any form of life insurance. And here are the biggest reasons why. Number one, they think it's too expensive, which I did too. But statistically, 80% of people overestimate the cost by up to 300%. Number two, they think that job coverage is enough. But employer policies are temporarily. You lose a job or you leave to another job, you lose insurance. A lot of times people will retire and say, I had coverage until I retire, and now when you retire, you don't have any coverage. Number three, they don't understand how it works. The lack of education is a massive factor. Nobody teaches this in school, and that's why we have this podcast to help everybody out. Number four, they think it's something you buy when you're old. But the older you get, the more expensive it becomes, and your health may not qualify. These combinations of fear, misunderstanding, and procrastination is literally costing families their financial future. Now let's talk about the why. Why every single adult, parent, grandparent, business owner should have life insurance. First, it creates instant wealth for your family. You pass away, your family inherits tax-free money. Second, it replaces your income. If you make $75,000 a year, your income is worth millions over a lifetime. Insurance protects that value. Number three, it eliminates debt and funeral expenses. One policy can prevent your family from ever taking on debt. Number four, you can insure your children or your grandchildren. It locks in their insurability and creates a future financial tool for them. And listen, if someone can't afford a whole life policy yet, at minimum, get a convertible term policy. Because later on, when your income grows, you can convert it into a whole life policy without redoing medical exams. I get the same question all the time. How much life insurance should I really get? And here's a rule of thumb. Get your income and how many more years you have left to work. So if you had 15 years left to work or 20 years left to work, as in you're going to retire by age 65, you're going to use 20 years times your income. Let's say your income is $80,000. So you have 80,000 times 20 years. That's about 1.6 million. So you should aim for that type of coverage for a death benefit. Is this perfect? No. However, is it a good starting point? Absolutely. Where does IBC come into play? This is where most people have no idea what they're missing out on. When you use a dividend-paying whole life policy structured properly, something incredible happens. The first is you build guaranteed cash value every year. No market crashes, no volatility. Number two, you can borrow against your policy and still earn interest. Yes, you heard me right. You borrow from the policy with one right hand, and on your left hand, your money is still compounding inside the policy. Your money grows uninterrupted while you use it. Number three, you can create your own family banking system. Instead of borrowing from banks, your family borrows from your own policy. And number four, you build a legacy that multiplies for generations. Kids inherit policies, grandkids inherit policies. Your last name becomes a bank. This is why I say your money, your bank, your legacy, because that's exactly what it becomes. If this episode opened your eyes even a little bit, then follow me right now on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Banking for Legacy. Send me a message if you want to build your own policy or if you want me to run numbers for you personally. Thank you again for listening to Banking for Legacy podcast. I'm Nelson Pizarro, and remember, your money, your bank, your legacy. I'll see you next episode.